Hello, my name is Emily Hopton, and this is my positive communication project. Thinking back to the skills and qualities that were necessary to succeed in this class, definitely time management, which I wasn't always the best with, I'll be honest, but I think I could have improved by setting deadlines earlier in the week rather than on Wednesdays or Thursdays. But on the weeks that I stuck to my plan, I succeeded. Another skill set that I utilized was being honest with both my disclosure and self-reflection. So not only did I have to be honest with all of you, I had to take a look at myself and be honest about what I could share, because sometimes it was hard for me to share deeply personal stories, but it did make it easier being behind a screen. I completed all of my online reflection discussions and 6 out of 7 personal challenge tickets. Overall in the class, I achieved mastery and some further growth was suggested. For my project though, I completed the 21 days of kindness, and this was my favorite part of this class. I've wanted to do a 1-week random acts of kindness for a while, so making it into 21 days, it just felt fun. Some of my favorite acts were making these springtime candy bags for some friends, surprising my nephew at his baseball game, and sharing daily positive quotes with a coworker, and treating my Student Communication Association to dinner one night. Although these were assignments, I'm finding myself continuously doing acts of kindness for others and actively looking for ways to help or just be kind. The course concepts that resonated with me the most were the principles into practice. One thing I love about Comm studies is the chance to utilize what we've learned into the real world. My favorite ones were Module 2 and 6, and in Module 2, it taught us about Ritz-Carlton's 10-5 way. And if you don't remember, it's the smile at anyone who's 10 feet away from you and say hello to anyone who's 5 feet away from you. The module went on to say about its proven successful with terms of revenue, morale, employee satisfaction, and retention. And I just thought, wow, how simple of an act that we can all do in our everyday lives that can boost somebody else's morale, along with all these other great things. You know, I've always tended to do this, but with COVID and the masks, it got kind of hard because I'd always try to smile, hoping that you knew that I wasn't squinting at you. But as you can see, I had a smile under there. I just know that I like to be acknowledged, and I would think that other people around me would be the same. So that's why I loved this module. This one also linked to an article that solidified that people just want to belong. One of my favorite parts was this quote, "Seize the small opportunities to connect." Wow. I think that especially in this cyber world that we're all living in right now, finding ways to connect with another human being, especially being comm majors, is so important. This human connection has lacked for the last few years. And again, I think the big lesson in this class is to think about how you would feel if you were on the other side of the situation. So go say hi, go acknowledge that there's this other person in front of you, and it's not just a screen. My other favorite principles into practice was Module 6, that I support others. For this challenge, we had to write a letter of encouragement to a friend, and I wrote to one going through a tough mental health week, and I reminded her of all these amazing, wonderful qualities that she had. She responded a few days later, so thankful, and she said, "No one has ever said anything like that to me before. I never knew I was so special." And even just saying it back makes me want to cry because this girl is one of the most special humans that I know. She radiates sunshine, and I just want her to know that every single day. But that's why this class is so important. Miraval 2014 says, "Said simply, encouraging exemplifies an important way through which we can give to others." Page 109. Such a small act on my part completely turned her week around, and I felt that shift. It reminds us to not just assume that people know. We need to say the things we feel so that they do know, because life is short. And treating others with respect and kindness and compassion really makes all the difference. I think these personal challenge tickets help me apply the positive communication strategies and assess all the outcomes. Although I didn't talk about it as much, the discussion post helped me find strategies on how I can respond to rudeness in a pro-social manner, because we had to reflect on those times where we were going through being treated rudely. We had to really reflect on if our actions were the best or if we could go about it in a more efficient way. The other thing that really resonated with me was the extra credit material in the civility solution and learning how to respond to rudeness in a way that wasn't lowering standards. Overall, I think that this course has really helped open my eyes to the kindness that is already around us, which honestly was another great lesson in this class where we had to look for the acts that other people were doing of kindness. I loved that one. But also for the kindness in ourselves, to ourselves. It is there. In a world of negativity where negativity is the forefront for a lot of these things, choosing to be kind and understanding of others is such a beautiful thing. And I'm so glad that I took this course, and I'm going to continue to take what I learned out there into the world with me and continue spreading positivity. So thank you so much.